Alright, so as you can see, I have rearranged my computer collection and gotten rid of a couple of machines here. What the hell was that? I heard something go bang. There it is again. What the hell is that? It's coming from over there. Oh. I don't know. I can't see anything. Maybe it's just people's bins falling about because it's windy outside. Sorry about that. As you can see, there are two machines here. Well, there used to be two laptops here that are no longer here. They're now all in the bags, and I've arranged the bags slightly differently. So, 520C PowerBook is right there. I think that's my IBM, and that's my Compaq. And then I've got, let's see, what do I have in the bottom here? I don't know what I've gotten. Oh, I've got my PowerBook 180 and my Tekra 8000 and my Tekra 8100, because of course I will use the 8100 more often than I'll use either of the other two, so that's all that. But we're going to power up a machine in this video. I don't know which one it's going to be. Let's see here. Well, that one's already powered up. So it's not going to be that one. That one's also already powered up, so it won't be that. I could power up that T500, but there wouldn't be much to show with it. Oh, I know. I haven't done the 6230 in a while, so let's power that one up. Alright, so we are back at the helm of the NEC once again. People have actually been requesting that I do a video of this thing because they've never seen them before. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did not realize how rare these things actually were. I thought that something like this had to be extraordinarily common and there had to be hundreds of videos on them, because there's just nothing special about it. It's another mid-90s laptop. The only difference is that it's made by NEC, which you could probably see before the focus went to pieces. Anyway, you can see that it's made by NEC, and there's nothing special about it. But there are no videos of this thing on YouTube at all, and I'm not joking. There is a video of a 6030H, which is the close relative of this. I'm not quite sure what the difference between the two is, so don't ask me. But there are no videos of this on YouTube, and while there was an auction for a 6220 that was non-functional, that auction has since ended, and there are no more of these on eBay. So, this could very well be the last functional NEC 6200 series laptop, at least in terms of 6220s, 6230s, and 6260s, which were in this particular product line. There's a spot there. As you can see, it's definitely scraped up. It's not in the best cosmetic condition, but it could be a whole heck of a lot worse. It is complete. I do have the documentation, although I don't remember where I put it, which is very useful. But anyway, let's take a look at the actual ports on these things. You probably saw the... That's a microphone right there. The CD-ROM drive, which is a big thing. It's the as thick as they come type. And the infrared port right there. And if we flip it around, you can see the volume wheel. The headphone output, I believe that, well, either way, it's a line input and a line output and a microphone input. This door leads to the battery compartment. The battery is not installed, but I do have the battery. It's in there. Don't know if you can see it. Probably not. I think it's just a little too reflective. And there is supposed to be a door here, and this is the one flaw with this machine. This door is missing. My, ironically, my 6030, in as terrible condition as that's in, has the port door over top of those. But it has two Type 2, one Type 3 PCMCIA card slots. Every other door on the system is intact. I can turn this thing around. Oh yeah, the other cosmetic flaw is that it's missing all of the feet on the bottom, so I'm probably scratching up this table, but I don't really care. If we open this up, you can see we've got a 9-pin serial port and an HD15 output for VGA. This is the docking station port. And this door actually moves in like that. So probably won't be able to close it. There we go. Then we've got a parallel port, 25-pin, and a PS2 port for a keyboard or mouse. You could probably plug in an adapter that would break that out to 2, but whatever. Anyway, port for the power brick, which is actually plugged into the 6030 right now, because those 2 bricks are the same for those machines. We've got a composite video output, whoops, and a USB 1.0 port, or maybe it's a USB 1.1. Cooling fan for the CPU, which I've never seen come on. It is only a Pentium 233, so it's not the fastest thing in the world. You could probably run Windows XP on this, not that I would ever do something as ridiculous as that. Especially now, with Windows XP about to be phased out of support. Kensington lock. This door goes to the hard drive, and it's got a 10 gigabyte... Oh, what is that thing? 10 gigabyte IBM TravelStar drive. A couple blanking plates for modems. I don't know, actually, I don't know what that is. That would have been for a modem. But this doesn't have an onboard modem, doesn't have any onboard NIC at all. If we open the machine up, which might be harder to do with one hand. If I put the camera down here. My Toshiba satellite's getting in the way here. You can see that it's got a trackpad on it, which is something that I think a lot of NECs of this era had. That machine, oh yeah, this one is from 1998, not from 95 like I initially thought. But it is running Windows 95 from the factory build, or from the factory restore image. The layout is actually fairly reminiscent of a Toshiba, but it's slightly different. As you can probably see, that's what the Toshiba layout looks like, by comparison. So it's got these arrow keys in the... It's got shorter arrow keys. But anyway, it's got stereo speakers. You can see the Pentium logo there, or not. As typical for laptops of this time period, it's got a status LCD instead of a whole bunch of LED indicators like this one has, or that one has. But I like the status LCD when they work. A suspend button, or sleep button if you prefer. Power switch. This light comes on to indicate when the machine is powered up or when the battery is charging. Brightness control for the display. And the display is a 1024 by 768 thin film transistor color display, which is fairly top of the line for the time period. A lot of cheaper laptops had passive matrix displays. Anyway, let's plug this machine in and power it up and see how well it works. I'm not going to demonstrate a whole lot of the software. I'll take a look at some of what I've installed in another video. See, we're booting into the factory build of Windows 95. Or built from the factory image. I did rebuild this thing because I had to replace the hard drive. And it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the original drive had a non-functional copy of Windows 2000 on it. And just how loud this thing is. Check out my video where I do sound output tests on this thing. It's loud enough that at full volume playing a song, it vibrates or echoes in this room, so thought that was fairly cool. Let's see. Let's take a look at the registration. It's registered to me, of course. We've got an Intel Pentium and 128 megabytes of memory. You see, it actually identifies itself as a 6220, 6230, or 6260. There should be no unknown devices. I don't know why there would be. Apparently, oh yeah, this thing has no floppy drive in it, so the floppy disk controller is not functional at the moment. We've got the usual NEC stuff. The NEC customized. MindPath FX, I don't know what that is. I should run it. Oh, it's presentation software. So, anyway, I've actually installed my camera stuff for my Kodak DC-280 Zoom digital camera, so I could use that on here if I wanted to. And it does have USB support. And we've also got Adobe Photo Deluxe. In terms of other software that I've got on here, I've obviously got a copy of Office 95, Prodigy Internet, which used to be a fairly popular internet service, but obviously today it's dead. Flight Disk, Bookshelf 95, Mediamatics media player stuff. It's got McLaffey on it. It's got LapLink. I didn't even notice that. Landisk. There's my Kodak stuff. CompuTrace. Audio Rec. It's actually got Acrobat Reader, but I installed that myself. A couple of other Adobe's things. And that's pretty much all that needs to be said about that. And that's also pretty much it for this laptop. So there's, like I said, not really a lot that I need to take a look at because there isn't really a lot to take. Sorry about that. Hit the record button. Anyway, I guess we could probably take a look at Office. Let's take a look at PowerPoint here. You can see just how many presentation designs there used to be. Well, actually, they've probably got the same amount now, but these ones are better, in my opinion. I think my favorite's the tropical one, though, because this one looks cool. Whatever. So as you can see, it's just a tropical background with a sunset and water and palm trees, which I think is pretty darn cool. I think it's in high color mode, but I don't know for sure. Oh yeah, it's got a Neo Magic, I believe it's a Magic Graph, yeah, that's what it says. Magic Graph 128XD. It's in 16-bit color mode, which is pretty good. You could put it in true color, but that wouldn't make much of a difference. And I think if you put it in true color, it goes to a lower resolution. And that's pretty much it. So that's what the status LCD looks like. That tap, which I never used to do the purpose of, is actually power management. So if I were to press display here, or function F3, I guess it doesn't change my power management. I guess I could put it into low backlight mode. But I guess that doesn't actually change my power management. I do know that a lot of other machines have them. You can see this one. What button am I supposed to press? I know. Oh, there it is. Function F7. You can see that symbol changes to indicate how much power management you've got. I have it running full steam ahead because it's got no battery, so it doesn't really matter anyway. And yes, I've got an NEC Versa background on here. That's the only NEC background this thing has got. Everything else is just pretty much standard Windows 95. I believe this is 95B, although it would have to be, or something close to that, because it's got the Microsoft Internet Explorer text on the little front thing. Yes, this is Windows 95B. See 4.0.950B. And that's going to do it for this video. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Until then.